So the point of this video is to do a practical example showing how images are stored in computers as numbers. We actually get to look at the numbers, modify the numbers, see what the changes are. It's going to be 3 stages. The first is we're going to make an image here in paint.net is what I'm using. Second stage is we're going to look at that in a hex editor, come to that in a minute what that is, and modify it there. And then the third stage we'll look at how it has changed when we look at the actual image. So I'm going to start off with the simplest image I can really think of that will be useful here. So if I'm going Control N, and I'm going to make a very small image, 5 pixels by 5 pixels. And you may be able to see it's teeny tiny down there. Let's zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Right. I'm going to make a little smiley face here. The tool that I currently have selected is the brush. This is no good because if you see here, I want to do each individual pixel being colored in a specific color, and the brush kind of does this smooth, nice looking thing. I don't want that. So Control Z, I need to use the pencil tool. And then I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to start off with a color that is 01, 02, 03. Let's have a look at what that means. You've come across hexadecimal colors probably in HTML before. And you know that it's RGB, red, green, blue channels. And I can see this color, which is nearly black, has got only one red. The scale goes from 0 to 255, so I'm right near the very bottom. Only 2 green, only 3 blue. So it's almost nothing in terms of red, green, and blue. And if I just do that, it's pretty much black. Control Z. And you can see in the hexadecimal, because any number below 10, hexadecimal and decimal are the same, we can see it's 01, 02, 03. I'm going to change this now to AA, BB, CC. And we can see that the red channel AA, that is equivalent to 170 in decimal, green 187, blue 204, that's the AA, BB, CC. And we get this nice shade of grey. So let's draw a little face. Click, 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 click. Nice. Control S. And I am choosing to save this as a bitmap. There are many formats. Bitmaps are the ones which basically save it per pixel, each pixel as 3 bytes of red, green, and blue. We'll see what that looks like. So I'm going to call this smiley, smiley.bitmap. And I think it asked me a question now. Yep. It asked me about the bit depth. How many bits per pixel do I want to use? And I want to use 24 bits per pixel. That's because I want 8 bits, 1 byte for red, 8 bits, which is 1 byte for green, and 8 bits, 1 byte for blue. So that gives me that scale of 0 to 255, 0 to 255, 0 to 255. So 3 bytes, 24 bits, click OK. Right, that's the first stage done. I've made an image. I've used AABBCC to do 5 pixels in this nice grayish color. Next stage, let's go to an online application called Hexed.it. This allows us to view the actual numbers stored in that file. So if I go open file, hopefully it's going to open to the right folder. It did. Smiley.bitmap. Open that. Let's look at this. These are individual numbers. They're decimal numbers, or they're just numbers, but they happen to be in hexadecimal format here. I can tell you now that the first part up here is like the header information. You know, like in a HTML document, you've got a header at the beginning which tells you what kind of encoding it is, and so on and so forth. Same idea in bitmap. We don't care what's up there. It's just stuff which tells the computer that this is a bitmap. What we have though is lots of white pixels. These are FF, FF, FF. Red, green, blue are FF, FF, FF. Right. Now the other thing I've noticed by just inspection of this is that whole file is kind of backwards. So I can find 5 pixels. One here, AABBCC. Backwards, strangely, don't know why, just is, whatever. AABBCC, that's the second pixel. And then I've got 3 in a row, AABBCC, AABBCC, AABBCC. So like I say, it's backwards. I've got the eyes down here and the mouth up here. So what I'm going to choose to do is modify these pixels to be a different color. I'm going to go for a reddish kind of color. So I'm going to make it EE, that's all red, and these two are going to be no green, or no blue, no green. So that pixel I've changed from being that nice grey color to being a pretty reddish kind of color. Let's do the same here. So that's OOOOEE, and let's do the same with these ones as well. So that's going to be OOOEE, OOOEE, OOOEE. It's like a song, isn't it? I'm going to save that now. So that's the next stage done. It would have been nice if it dropped me into that same folder, wouldn't it? Whatever. Documents, Digital Technologies, 11com, 2022, DCAT, smiley -red.bitmap. Sweet. So the stage we've done there is we've actually looked at the numbers which represent that very small, very basic image, and we've modified them. We saw how each pixel was stored, and we've modified some pixels right here. Final stage, let's actually look at that image. I think I've got the folder open, smiley-red.bitmap. Wonder what it's going to open it in. It'd be nice if it opened it in paint.net. I did, and is it there? It's so small. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, that's that reddish kind of color. So that's that red channel EE and then OOOO, so mostly red. Cool. So we have seen the connection there between the numbers that the file actually is stored on the computer, and then how that translates to being a image which we can see in an application. This case happens to be paint.net, but it could be anything. Cool.